We're recording and it's
Hi.
Friday.
And we're doing Mom Truths.
We're kind of back to regular schedule programming, sort of, although we're not in the car and we have all of our children inside and one outside who's refusing to sleep, but hey.
So we were talking about, I mean, in the past year, a year and a half, Catherine and I talked a lot about
Before, because we got our wish.
however long it took. I can't remember, like if my baby's 1, then it was 9 months before that, plus the extra year. How do you decide if you're gonna have that third or fourth baby?
If your spouse isn't necessarily on board.
Right. So like, you know, it seems like 1 is sort of a given, 2 is like it's a very comfortable place for people to stop having babies.
It is. It's like we got, and especially if you get a boy and a girl, it's like we got a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
We're good. We don't need any more. I'm like, what?
Yes. So we had to convince our husbands for our last baby, so for my fourth and for her third. And you know, the way that we stood on that topic is different from other moms we've talked to.
But when the husband or maybe the wife isn't on board, because we've heard of some men who want to have third or fourth babies,
That is
and the
so
girls
sexy.
like, how do? Yeah, whenever we hear that, we're like,
Like,
oh,
I want
yeah.
to meet your husband.
How do you decide who wins?
Right.
So how do you?
So I remember
We have a philosophy.
I remember Catherine saying once, you know, during the process of us trying to convince our husbands, I remember her saying that. Can you say it better? Do you remember what it was?
I mean, there was a lot of negotiation. It was a lot of negotiations.
You said it's more important for me to have the third than it is for you to not.
Yes. It's
So think
totally
about
true.
that.
And I also said, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's so much money, it's so much this, it's this. And then I say, I'm like, but can you really put a value on a little person, like your family? And, you know, I was like, it's a values thing for me. Like, I want a big family, and if you don't, that's a problem.
I remember you saying that. That is the problem.
We've had a lot of moms ask, like, how'd you do it? Like, my husband's not on board. I really want one. I don't know how to convince them. And I'm like, you don't ever give up. You don't relent. You go and you go and you go.
You basically position it that like I will not like give up. I won't be happy if I don't get it.
And you're not winning this battle. And I may find another husband just to do it. No, I'm joking. Totally joking.
So that's where we stand. Is
How
that
did
if
you do
it's-
it? How
you
did-
have you have to find out.
Natalie had a different strategy. You want to tell your strategy?
Oh,
Or
what's
no? You planted the seed. It was an absolute no. And then you peeled off the brakes for a long time and you just decided to sit and wait and see what happened. And then someone else planted the seed and was like, you know, you really should maybe think about it. Or like someone in the family, get an ally in the family to like be like, oh, you'd be so great with one more.
My sister-in-law.
Yeah.
She secretly emailed my husband saying, I know how important this is to Natalie. She can handle it. You guys are an amazing family.
Yeah.
There's nothing that should hold
True
you back.
So-
And you know what? It comes from like inside the family. It's like a different
It's
angle.
like an ally.
Yeah.
So that's another little way to do it. And I mean,